Hi, my name is Dr. Uri Burstyn. I'm a veterinarian in Vancouver, BC, and I'd like to welcome you to my series of practical skills for pet owners. Mr. Pirate and I are here to talk to you a little bit about geriatric cat care, or how to take care of an older cat. The American Association of Feline Practitioners defines older cats or geriatric cats as anyone over the age of 8 or 9 years old. Naturally, this is a pretty broad definition since we like to see cats to live to be about 20, but it is the time in their life when various health conditions start cropping up, and it's a good time to start giving them a little bit extra love. The American Association of Feline Practitioners also recommends doing blood and urine testing on cats every year after the age of 8. Why? Well, it's because on blood and urine testing, you can identify diseases often years before the cat looks sick. And obviously, that is the best time to intervene. If you find early signs of disease, you can diagnose it, you can manage it, and the cat might not even know that it's sick. And you can have much better outcomes, much more cost-effective outcomes than if you wait 2 or 3 years till they're already quite decrepit, down the road they're suffering, and treatment becomes much more challenging and expensive. And you remember, indoor cats get only old person diseases: hypertension, dental disease, obesity, kidney disease, heart disease. None of this stuff is very obvious to owners at home, but it's all things that veterinarians are trained at identifying, and blood work and urinalysis are our main tools for picking these things up early and dealing with them effectively. Welcome to part 1, grooming. So as cats age, they often develop arthritis, and the most common sites where they develop the arthritis is in the back, neck, and elbows. And often the way we see this is clinically, or at home, is as a reluctance to groom. And I think most people who live with an older cat probably have noticed that as your cat ages, the fur along the back starts looking a little greasier, and we start seeing a little bit of dandruff building up right around this region here. And that's because the cats, as they age, their back gets a little bit less flexible, and they can't reach around and groom themselves as effectively as they could when they were younger. Another reason why cats might not groom themselves very well is weakness. Certainly if they have a medical condition that causes muscular weakness, they can certainly reduce grooming as well. And sometimes just when you don't feel very well, they'll groom less. So what can we do at home besides the obvious of treating the medical condition is to groom our older cats a little bit more. But we have to be rather careful with grooming because if they are suffering any pain around the back, certainly we don't want to irritate it and make them kind of snappy and unhappy or uncomfortable. And B, older cats will often lose muscle mass along their spine, and it makes their back protrude a little bit more, so you don't really want to groom directly across the spine. Oh, where are you going, Pirate? Our audience is over there. Where are you going? Let's turn you about. So I'm just going to show you how I like to groom an older cat. Now, Mr. Pirate, despite being 15 years old, is quite healthy. He's doing very well, but he's certainly getting up there in years. And you'll notice when I groom him, I start at the front, I work my way back, but I'm really trying to avoid the bony bits along his spine, along his back. Let's turn him around a little bit. I'm trying to avoid his spine here, and then groom either side of it. I'm going to groom here, and I'm also going to brush his other side, starting nice and high, starting up on his flanks, working my way back. Where are you? Places to be. And I'm going to work my way towards the back, and I'm going to try to get right down into this lumbar area here. You see he's giving me a little bit of a skin twitch. It's pretty normal in cats. And again, I'm just avoiding running him a brush right down the middle of his back. I want to brush him sort of just on either side of the spine. So that's pretty much the whole message here, is when you're grooming an older cat, try to avoid the bony protuberances, which do stick out and can be a little bit uncomfortable. Be aware that they may have a little bit of back or neck pain. So if they're showing particular signs of discomfort brushing a certain area, you may want to avoid it, or you may want to take them to your veterinarian and see if maybe there could be benefit for some painkillers. And but you can keep their coat nice and shiny and really help them with their self-grooming, which I'm sure makes them feel better as well, just by paying a little bit of attention to those hard to reach areas around the back of the body. If you have a longer haired cat, it will also help to reduce the amount of hair mats that they form, which can often be a big issue for older cats. They can form really bad mats back here. And if you do see mats, please, please, please do not use scissors to cut them out. When I worked on emergency, it'd be quite common for us to see a very alarmed person and a very nonchalant looking cat with an ellipse of skin missing somewhere around the flanks or bottom. The cat's bleeding like crazy but is not too fussed about it. The person's very upset, and that's because a cat's skin is mobile, and if you lift up a hair mat and try to trim it with scissors, you're very likely to just take off a little ellipse of skin. We always use electric clippers to cut out the mats, so you can certainly do that at home if you have a pair of electric clippers, but we really warn people not to use scissors to remove hair mats from any cat. And you can use electric clippers to clip those out, or just regular daily brushing to prevent them from forming. Please click like and subscribe. Feel free to share this video with your friends. And if you want to support our good work, please check out our web store. We have some adorable Squish the Cat merchandise there for you. Please give it a look. And once more, thank you very much for watching my videos.